During my time of service as a branch president, I had the opportunity of doing pretty much everything that my bishop and stake president at home had to do, but from the other side of the desk. It was really interesting to come into a ward that had kind of been ravaged by some inactivity, and had actually just had a couple who had their records removed upon their request due to some anti-Mormon literature they read online. And it had made so that the branch only had about 11 or 12 people coming a week when I got there. I had to, in that capacity, so I had to fellowship the members. There was not a single priesthood member, a single priesthood brother in the entire branch. So as a missionary, my companion and I and the other set of elders that were there, we would run branch presidency meeting in the morning before church. We would assign talks. We would usually conduct, speak, sing, bless the sacrament, pass the sacrament, say the prayers, teach Sunday school, teach elders quorum. After church, then I would have to do interviews with the members, as well as then all the tithing and whatnot. And so any of you who have been a secretary know that the tithing and the church financial system isn't the most simple, and then throw it all in Russian. And it was fun. I also had to audit our branch multiple times, meaning go back through the financial records of the last 3 years, see any financial differences and in miscalculations and where any money was missing and whatnot. I had to give interviews for, we baptized a couple members there, which was really cool, and had a couple inactives come back, at which point we got some priesthood brethren in the branch. And so I had to give interviews for the branch president interview for baptism, for Aaronic priesthood, Melchizedek priesthood, callings, also temple recommend interviews, as well as I did a young lady's mission papers with her, and interviews of worthiness and whatnot, which is very interesting, having to go into that situation being a 20-year-old missionary who did not by any means not want to not understand what was being said. And so the gift of tongues was a huge blessing in that time, where I'd only been on my mission for a year. So my Russian was good, but not to the point where I could understand everything in a confidential interview. And the Lord blessed me so immensely because of my pleadings to help me to be able to understand. Maybe I didn't understand every word that the members would speak, but I would understand the purpose behind it, what was going on, and how to help them, because of my reliance on the Spirit, my reliance on the gift of tongues, to be able to help those members. And so in my 8 months there, we were able to take the branch from 11 or 12 a week to 25. We had 2 or 3 baptisms in my time there, which 8 months, 3 baptisms in a single branch is really good at that point in 2014. And just over the last time while I've been gone, that branch has exploded into about 35 to 40 a week with multiple priesthood brethren and whatnot. It's incredible to have seen how my small contribution, or my at least willingness to be a tool in the Lord's hand, was able to bring about such an immense growth in such a small area. It'll be really cool to look back and to see the day where there's a stake in Smolensk, Russia, and be able to go, wow, I remember that branch when there was 11 people in it. And I worked so hard, I worked tirelessly, and my companion was very, very, very patient and very loving and supportive of me in that calling, as we not only did the branch callings, but also our own missionary work, trying to balance those two so that I could fulfill both of my callings that the Lord had presented me with at that opportunity. And it was incredible to grow to love the members in such a way I had never imagined I could before, to be in such a one-on-one personal situation with them. I have grown to love every bishop and stake president I have so much more, because I now know in times where maybe I wasn't perfect and I didn't do everything right, and going to them was something that was scary, to confide in their authority. I realized that they not only they not only don't judge you or think less of you, but they love you so much more for your desire to want to repent and to want to be better. And so as, it was incredible to see that from the other side of the desk, and to realize that there is no reason that a young man preparing for a mission especially should ever not confide in his bishop or stake president, so that he can have the Spirit with him as he goes on his mission, and not deny himself those wonderful opportunities, like the opportunity that I had to be a branch president. Those blessings come few and far between, and only if we're spiritually ready for them.